Hi everyone, it's Miss Sam from the Levittown Public Library, and I'm here to show you how to make the craft that you all came to pick up, our Take and Make craft here with our rainbow and our pot of gold. Then I'm also going to read a story that goes along with our craft, and then I have a fun little finger play rhyme that we'll do together. So all to go with our Happy St. Patty's Day craft here. Okay, so the very first thing that you're going to do is we're going to lay out all of the materials that we got. So you should have a black cauldron that looks like this. You should also have a yellow piece. You should have a bunch of different colors of strips of paper, that one for each color of the rainbow. You should also have 2 different colors of shamrocks, and you should have some of these little gold pieces here. Now, one other thing, additional thing that you will need is you will need either a glue stick or some Elmer's glue if you have like the bottle of glue, or something sticky, because these do not stick. These little gold pieces do not stick by themselves. So you will need something to help these stick onto our pot of gold. Okay, so the very first thing that I did was I laid out my rainbow color strip in order, so I know what order they go in. So I have red, then orange, then yellow, then green. Then I did the light blue, so blue, then our dark blue for our indigo, and our purple at the very end for violet. So Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, then violet. Okay, so I laid them out so this way I don't mix up the order of them. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little black cauldron here, and I'm going to take this yellow piece, and this is going to be all of the gold. So I'm going to take the adhesive off the back, this little strip here, and I'm going to have that ready to go. Then I'm also going to take my purple strip, because I'm going to have the end of my rainbow at the bottom. So if you notice on the back of that, there's an adhesive strip here on the back too. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to curl this up so that it makes a loop, and the ends will stick together now that I have that adhesive off the back. So if I have my first ring. Now I also want to put that kind of here on the top so that it starts my thing like this. And the reason that's important, because now I'm going to take my gold that's going to be on my pot of gold, and I'm going to put that right on top so that it holds the purple loop, and then it also gives me my gold at the top of my St. Patty's Day there. So might want to line it up a little bit better than I did. But so now I have my first loop, and then I have my pot of gold, and my pot of gold here. So now I want to decorate my cauldron. So I could take my shamrocks. We're going to take the adhesive off the back of those and then pop them out so that they look like this. And I can put these anywhere on my cauldron that I want. So I might want to do them like this. Then I also have the dark ones. So I'm going to take those and I'm going to put those on here as well. So we have 2 of the light ones and 2 of the dark ones. And you can put them anywhere you want on your cauldron like this. Okay? Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my rainbow chain before I do my little gold sprinkles. I'll put those on very last. Okay, so I started at the bottom with my purple. So now the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to do my indigo or my dark blue. Again, I'm going to take the adhesive off the back, and now this time, before I put it together, I'm going to loop it through this loop, and now I'm going to make the loop like that and press the ends together. So now it goes in like that. Now sometimes some of this adhesive doesn't stick very well, so you might need your glue stick to add a little sticky to it. Okay? And now we're going to do that over again, but now this time I'm going to use my light blue. So I'm going to stick the light blue in. I'm going to take the sticky part off the back, and I'm going to make my loop like that. Okay? I'm going to press it, make sure I press it really good. Now the next one is going to be my green, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put it in my loop, take the sticky part off the back, and stick it. So now I have my green. Now I'm going to do my yellow. So I'm going to take the yellow, put it in, take the sticky part off, and stick it. just like that. I got 2 left to go, so now I'm going to take my orange, I'm going to loop it in, take the sticky part off the back. I dropped it, let me pick it up. Loop it in and stick, just like that. And then the very, very last one that I'm going to do is my red, and I'm going to loop it in here and stick the end. So now I have my rainbow leading all the way up to my pot of gold. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So Roy G. Biv. And now the very last thing is I'm going to add my little gold pieces here to my pot of gold. So now this you're going to need some of your own glue for, because these do not have the stickies on their own. So what I do is I just put a little glue on there, like that, and now I can stick my gold pieces in there so it looks like gold in my pot of gold. So just like that. And you can put them anywhere you want in here, just like that. And then you'll have your fun St. Patty's Day craft. Okay, so I hope everyone enjoyed making our craft, and now I have a fun story to go along with our craft, and it's called The Leprechaun Who Lost His Rainbow, and it's by Sean Callahan, and it's illustrated by Nancy Coate, and it's read with permission by the publisher, Albert Whiteman and Company. Okay. In the soft drizzle that was falling on St. Patrick's Day, Colleen wished her grandfather good luck. He gave her a piece of red licorice, her favorite candy, and then he was off to the parade to play the bagpipes. Her grandfather had told Colleen that the notes he and his bandmates played were like colors on the air, colors only your ears could see. Playing music is like building a rainbow, he said. A little man I once knew taught me that. Her mom and dad were going to watch the parade from the window, but Colleen sat on the porch under her yellow umbrella. What if it rained so much that everyone went home and no one heard her grandfather's bagpipes? That would be a shame. His music was so beautiful and so sad it made people smile and cry all at once. To pass the time, she played a song on her green penny whistle, which had a tiny shamrock printed on it. Her grandfather had bought it all the way from Ireland. It was her favorite thing in the world. She never let anybody touch it. When she finished the tune, she took a bite of her licorice. Just then, a little man appeared on the top step. He was a leprechaun. I like your penny whistle, the little man said. You play very well. Colleen started to say thank you when suddenly the leprechaun jumped into the air and took the licorice stick right out of her mouth. He dropped it into his hat. Thank you, he said. I'll be needing that, or my name's not Roy G. Biv. It's just the shade of red I'm looking for. What do you think he needs red for? Colleen was shocked. What are you doing? She shouted. Give me my candy. The leprechaun frowned. Your grandfather was much more helpful. You know my grandfather? Colleen asked. Yes, we created a rainbow together back when he was a boy, said Mr. Biv explained. Colleen was puzzled. Could this be the little man her grandfather talked about? Mr. Biv looked glum. I've lost my rainbow again, and my gold is at the end of it. To be a leprechaun, in good standing, I must have gold. So I need someone's help to build a rainbow, he paused. That someone is you. Can we help him build his rainbow? We've already built one rainbow with our craft. Do you think we could help him build one? Colleen frowned. Leprechauns were tricky. Everyone knew that. Could Mr. Biv be telling the truth? Let me show you something, the leprechaun said. Spin round with the hat and watch what happens. She twirled around, holding the hat. Suddenly, a streak of bright red, just the color of her licorice, sprang out of the hat, hung in the air for a moment, and then disappeared. Colleen was amazed. See, Mr. Bibb said, we're starting to make a rainbow, and if there's a rainbow, the sun will come out to shine on the parade. Colleen took a deep breath. What do we do? For every color, I need something that belongs to you. Something red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Colleen looked around. There was her new orange basketball. She hated to give it up, but she tossed it into Mr. Biv's hat. Immediately, an orange streak shot up. So we have red and orange. What color do we need next? She gave him her yellow umbrella. Yellow curved under the orange. When her blue ribbons went in, a beautiful blue appeared. Next to go was her indigo headband, and finally her favorite violet scarf. Now he has all the colors of the rainbow. Now there was a rainbow of colors coming out of the hat, but something was wrong. Right between the yellow and blue, there was an empty space. Colleen knew which color was missing. What color is missing? Red, orange, yellow. Which one are we missing? That's right, green. Yes, we need green, Mr. Biv said. And not just any green, Colleen. It's very hard color to find, which is why rainbows are so rare. It was raining harder. The parade goers were starting to leave. Colleen was nervous. What would the leprechaun want? You're going to have to make one more sacrifice, lass, Mr. Bibb said. I'm going to need your penny whistle with the shamrock on it. That green is the last perfect color I need for my rainbow. Colleen started to cry. No, she said, clutching her precious penny whistle. My grandfather gave it to me. But Colleen, dear, if you give me the penny whistle, you and I can make the sun shine on the parade and on your grandfather, Mr. Bibb said pleadingly. Colleen held the penny whistle to her lips and blew one last sad note. She paused and then dropped the penny whistle into the leprechaun's hat. In a flash, the rain stopped. The sun burst through the clouds, and a rainbow, complete with the most beautiful shade of green ever, spread across the sky. The parade goers gazed up in wonder at Colleen's grandfather began to play the bagpipes. The music was so beautiful and sad that people smiled and cried all at once. Nobody noticed that a pot of gold had appeared at the end of the rainbow, right on Colleen's front lawn. Roy G. Biv dug his hand into the pot of gold and pulled out a flute that looked just like Colleen's penny whistle. But this wasn't a toy flute, it was a real one made of silver, and there was a shamrock on it that looked like Colleen's, only this one was made of emeralds. Thanks for sharing with me, Mr. Biv said, as he handed Colleen the flute, and with that, he and his pot of gold were gone. Colleen's grandfather stood in front of her. Who was that you were talking with? He asked. Roy G. Biv, she said. He's a leprechaun. I thought I recognized him, her grandfather said. He gave me this flute, Grandpa. Ah, 'tis a nice one. Silver, just like my bagpipes. What do you say we play a tune? So together they played, When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. The colors danced on air. Okay, and now for the last thing that I have for us is I have a little fun flannel story that we get to do. And it's called 5 Little Leprechauns. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little leprechauns. So let's see what these silly leprechauns are up to. 5 little leprechauns knocked at my door. So can you hold up 5 for the 5 little leprechauns? 1 chased a rainbow. So he's going to chase his rainbow. Oh no. Then there were, how many? 4. Right, 4. 4 little leprechauns, oh so wee. 1 picked a shamrock. Oh, he's going to pick his shamrock. Then there were 3. Right, 3. 3 little leprechauns hiding in my shoe. 1 found a toadstool. Then there were, How many are left? 2. Right. 2 little leprechauns dancing in the sun. One went in search of gold. Then there was 1. Right. 1 little leprechaun on the run. He shined his shoe buckles. He's going to shine his shoe buckles. Then there were none. No little leprechauns. They all went away. But here they are back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To wish us Happy St. Patty's Day. I hope you all enjoyed your craft and our story and our little flannel story. Have a great day, everyone.